I'm at Robbers Cave State Park today. Get a little hiking in. Alright, I'm at Robbers Cave State Park this morning, Oklahoma. It is October 1st. It's about 60 degrees outside. I plan on doing a 12-mile loop in here. We'll see how that goes. I think there's about 1,300 feet of elevation gain and loss. So that should be fun on the legs and lungs. Earlier this year, my son and I did a lot of exploring in that area. It was a pretty cool place. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little exploring out in the woods here. Big loop. I'm the only one in the parking lot, so we'll see how it goes. Let's go. Alright, I got my parking pass. I'm ready to go. Go up this way. I think it's called the Rough Rider Trail. Kind of a little overview. So yeah, I'm here. I plan on going a big loop around the entire state park and then coming back to here. We'll see how it goes. There's that big area that my son and I explored earlier this year. Alright, Rough Canyon Trail. I think I said Rough Rider or something a little bit ago. Alright, going this way. Really rocky trail. I wonder what took these big guys out. I like how you can actually see through the forest. There's not a lot of undergrowth. Pretty nice. Well, so far this trail is really nice, really easy to follow. I would say every 100 feet or so there's a mark on a tree. Real nice trail. Hopefully it stays that way. I love hiking in pine forest. It's the best. Alright, I came to an intersection. I could go that way for a little loop, which I think I'll end up on that trail eventually anyway. I come from this way. It's a rough canyon trail. And then I could go that way also, kind of. I think that pretty much just goes back to the car. But I'm gonna head this way here. I think like a little pond or something up here. According to my map, there's a pond up here anyway. Man, the forest is really quiet today. No wind, not really any birds chirping. Kind of crazy. A little eerie. Wow. This little pond is pretty cool. Oh, it's got a dam on the other side. Such a cool little pond. So I pulled up my map and it says the name of this is Lost Lake. It is pretty awesome. I would walk across that, but I'm old and fat, so I don't think I'd make it. I was trying to get a video of you, buddy. Here's the back side of that dam. I'm on the other side of the lake now. Pretty cool area. Maybe an old pump house or something. Alright, I better get back on the trail. I'm wasting time. Alright, back on trail. I'm headed towards Cattail Pond. Hopefully it's pretty sweet. That little lake I was just at was a pretty nice little surprise. Oh, got to my intersection. Cattail Pond Loop. Lime green. Alright. Let's go see Cattail Pond. That's a cool color. This trail in this area is so rocky, kind of hard to follow it sometimes. If it wasn't for these guys, I'd probably went the wrong way a couple of times. I'll tell you what, hiking on pine needles is really nice. This trail has been pretty rocky, and those pine needles are pretty nice. Soft on the feet. It's like I'm crossing a dry creek bed here. Oh, I see the pond through the trees up there. Nice. Cattail Pond. Shoot, this thing might be bigger than Lost Lake. This is pretty sweet. Surely that's not a beaver dam over there. Just a big pile of debris in the lake or pond. Pretty cool. I just hit the 2-mile mark at Cattail Pond. So I should have, I don't know, 10 or 11 miles left. But feeling pretty good though. Nice weather. Getting on down the trail. See if this big guy will run. Go, 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 go. Oh yeah. Alright, came to another intersection. This sign has seen better days, but Lake Wallace is up the hill here, and that's the way I'm going. Some cedar trees here, and the big old pines. Came to a little overlook here. Probably a good 50-foot drop. Dry creek down there. Be pretty cool if that was running. I guess we have 3 trails sharing the same trail. Alright, getting close to the lake. A little bit of blowdown in here. Well, this is pretty awesome. You can hear the little frogs jumping in. Yeah, that's nice. Check out this side. More frogs. It's kind of upstream from the lake. It's like I'm crossing another road. looking at the map, I've got a pretty good elevation gain coming up here in a little bit. Gotta climb up above the lake. Hopefully there are some good views up there. Here's some geese coming in. Well, there's my first view of the lake through the trees over there. Looks pretty stagnant. No movement. I haven't started my climb yet, but looks like it's about to happen. On my map on Gaia says Lake Wayne Wallace, so I'm going to go with that. Oh, straight up. Still climbing. I've almost topped out. You see a little bit of the lake through there. This has really been the part of the hike that I've been dreading, was climbing up over this lake. But it really hasn't been that bad. More of a gradual incline. I'm still hiking right next to Lake Wallace. It's on my left down there. Don't really have the greatest views of it though. Oh, looks like a nice view of the lake right here. Oh yeah, pretty sweet. Well, my gimbal just went dead, so hopefully the GoPro does a good job with the stabilization. But it said it had 3 bars at the hotel last night. I guess I won't trust that again. One last look at the lake before I turn away and start hiking the other direction. Little campsite up here at the overlook. Well, I said one last look, but I found this little spot here. Pretty cool. Well, now I just gotta find where the trail crosses the road and goes back into the woods. Maybe it's right here. Alright, here she is. Governor Trail. Man, the good thing about hiking on a weekday is there is no one out here. Well, I know I don't want to go back to Lake Wallace. I think that said 7 cliffs. Well, that's the way I'm going, so apparently there's some cliffs up here. Well, I just hit the 6-mile mark, so I'm give or take halfway done. Keep on keeping on. So I looked ahead on the map a little bit. I have another lake coming up, Lake Carlton. We'll see how that is. Still just kind of hiking through the woods. Probably can't see it, but Lake Carlton's right there. The first view of it. A little bit of a better view. This looks like I'm dropping down to the lake here. Oh yeah, it's pretty straight down. I'm gonna not film that. Alright, I made it down. Keep on going this way. Still dropping down. Man, I'm glad I'm going down that and not up it. Looks like it turns this way and goes back that way. So I'm dropping down from Lake Carlton, or up above it. So if you do it the opposite direction of what I did, man, you have to really climb straight out of there to get to the top of that. This is brutal, and I'm going down. I can imagine coming up that. I think I'm going to find me a rock and sit down for about 15. Take a break. Well, I found me a rock. This is my view for about 15 minutes. Not bad. You see all the geese lined up on the dam there. All right, saying goodbye to Carlton Lake. Looks like I'm gonna start climbing up. Alright, continue on the mountain trail. I've really been dropping down a lot the last half mile or so, which means I'm going to have a pretty good climb eventually here pretty soon probably. Not looking forward to that. Man, this is pretty rough on the feet. Just rocks and little boulders. I should be crossing the highway here a little bit and going through a Deep Ford campground. This is the Deep Ford campground here. Oh, I think I'll take the under the bridge. Oh man, probably wasn't such a good idea. It is muddy through here. pretty overgrown through here. Well, it looks like I'm climbing up to the top here. Man, I've really been dragging these last couple of miles. I've taken 5 or 6 breaks. I mean, 5 minutes here and there, but still slowing me down a lot. It's kind of kicking my butt today. It's like an old logging road through here. I should start dropping down to this Coon Creek Lake here pretty soon. I'm taking a little break right here, but it looks like I gotta climb over that tree and then up around up that way. Looks like fun. Alright, looks like this is where I'll leave this trail and start heading into the woods. Oh man, that breeze feels really good. Well, there's my first look at Coon Creek Lake through the trees there. Looks like I gotta drop down here to the other side of Coon Creek Lake, the far side, and then I gotta climb the ridge line up to the other side. And I think that should be my last climb of the day, and I should just be able to walk the ridge back to the car. I see a good place to get my head wet. Right there. Pretty sweet little area. I just spent about 20 minutes hanging out here. Alright, I guess I should start climbing out of here. Stop being lazy and get back to the car. Alright, here we go. It's my last climb, I think, anyway. Alright, almost to the top of the ridge here. Some pretty big boulders in here. Well, I made it on top, so hopefully I can just ridge walk back to the car. These last few miles, honestly, have really kicked my butt today. I just hit the 10-mile mark, so I should have under 3 miles left. Hopefully it's pretty easy walking. And I'm making way better time now. Whew. Ever since Carlton Lake, man, I've been dragging big time. Just not feeling it today, I guess. So my map says I have 2.3 miles left. So I'm getting there. So I'm about half a mile away from the road, and then I'll road walk back up to the campground where my car's parked. So I'm getting pretty close. Alright, I made it out to the road. Walk up here to the main road, cross over, and then road walk back to my car. Oh,
12 miles later, there's my car. I love seeing that. I can't believe I'm still the only car in the parking lot. I'll tell you what, that hike kicked my butt way more than I thought it would. I'm gonna drink about 4 liters of water right now. Get rehydrated. Whew. All right. Until next time.